Have you ever felt like you're building your business alone? Like no one truly understands the highs and lows of entrepreneurship? You're not alone. Nearly half of all entrepreneurs report feeling isolated, especially women. But what if there was a way to change that? In today's episode, we're diving into the power of community, why it's essential for women entrepreneurs, and I'm finally sharing a vision that has been on my heart for nearly a decade. I hope you'll join me. Welcome to Brand for Good, the show for purpose-driven leaders who want to build timeless brands and create sustainable impact. I'm Lorraine Sugart, former PR and marketing executive turned founder of the disruptive agency Prosper for Purpose. I've worked with some of the world's most beloved brands, and I'm here to help you elevate your brand identity, visibility, influence, and impact. Are you ready to brand for good? Let's go. Hello, and welcome back to Brand for Good. Loneliness is a real challenge in entrepreneurship. Did you know that nearly 50% of entrepreneurs report feeling lonely? For women, that number is even higher. According to Harvard Business Review, female founders often experience isolation, especially those who leave corporate careers to start their own businesses later in life. And if you didn't know, women 50 plus are one of the fastest growing segments of entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurship offers freedom and purpose, but it can also be very lonely. The long hours, the high stakes, and a lack of colleagues to share in those everyday wins and struggles. Even if you have employees and a team, it's different. Your employees are paid to do a job, but as the owner, the weight of responsibility is entirely on your shoulders. And this pressure and isolation doesn't just affect business, it seeps into personal life. While we're building, growing, and leading, our existing social circles don't always understand our unique challenges. Have you ever talked at dinner with people who weren't entrepreneurs about working crazy hours or some of the pivoting that you've had to do and have them look at you with wide eyes, wondering why the heck you would choose to be on this journey? I know I have. Without an intentional community, this kind of isolation and loneliness can become an unintended companion on the journey. This is why community is more than just a luxury, it's essential. Surrounding yourself with like minded women who understand your experience can make all the difference. Some of the things that a strong community provides support. It's a space where you don't have to explain why you're working late at night or why sometimes success feels bittersweet. It can also provide accountability. You may meet other women who will challenge you, push you, and hold you to your highest potential. Collaboration. A network of women can become business partners, clients, mentors, or lifelong friends. And then finally, I have to throw in this fourth one, joy, because work is just better when we can celebrate it together, right? So, how did I go from thinking all of these things and feeling all of these things to starting Everbloomer? Well, the other thing that really resonated for me is the way society loves to categorize people. So, we've all heard about early bloomers. There are those people who peak and achieve their success typically in their 20s. Then there's the late bloomers who are written about who find their moment of unparalleled success later in life, usually in their 50s or even later. But it just didn't really resonate with me because I keep thinking like why would we have to be defined by only our greatest success? But what if instead we looked at blooming continuously? Women who keep growing, keep evolving, and refuse to be defined by an age or a stage or even their one biggest moment of success. And that's how Everbloomer was born. This idea started nearly 10 years ago when I realized I wanted to do something more. I was in networking groups, but I craved deeper conversations, not just about business, but about life. I wanted to find a space where women founders could lift each other up, share real insights, but also build meaningful friendships while having fun. And I just couldn't find that place. So I got all excited and thought, I'm going to start this and I'm going to call it Everbloomer. But I was also very busy at the time. I had a business to run and personal commitments that made launching something new feel really overwhelming. I did take a few steps forward, then a few steps back, and this kind of went on and on for a number of years until I realized this wasn't something that I wanted or probably could do solely on my own. So it was in November of 2023 that I finally saw a way to turn this dream into reality. And I did that by reaching out to two incredible women, Stacey Riffert and Simone McNitt. I shared this idea with them and what I had done so far, and they totally bought into this vision, and it really resonated with them as well. Together, we formed The Hive, a small leadership group dedicated to shaping Everbloomer into a thriving community. And now it's here. Everbloomer is a community designed for women entrepreneurs who want more than just professional networking. It's aimed at women in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and even beyond who are still growing, still learning, and still evolving. But we welcome women of any age who resonate with our mission of continuous blooming, both personally and professionally. We offer virtual and in person meetups where we can have honest conversations about business and life, lift each other up, and build relationships that enrich every aspect of our life. This is not just about business growth, it's about personal and professional fulfillment. You can learn more about Everbloomer and get on our email list for upcoming opportunities to network and meet other amazing women founders. And you can find information about our first Legacy Leader Retreat, which is happening at the end of April. All this information and more is available at everbloomer.com. So that's really what I wanted to say today. I wanted to just get on and tell you what I'm really excited about and how this came to be and what's happening with it, and keep it short and sweet. If this episode resonated with you, I encourage you to visit Everbloomer to explore this community. And if you know of a fellow female entrepreneur or leader who needs this, please share this episode with her. I'd also love your ideas. What would you be looking for in this type of community? You can reach me directly at Lorraine@prosperforpurpose.com. The link to my email and the links to the Everbloomer Legacy Leader Retreat and the community will be in the show notes. In the meantime, thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Brand for Good. And until next time, keep on blooming. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Brand for Good show. If you like what you heard, please hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode, and leave a review so other purpose-driven leaders can find this valuable content. To learn more about building a brand for good, please visit prosperforpurpose.com for more resources and information on all the ways you can work with us.